Hey, it's Gishi. Sorry it's been a long time since I've done an update. I haven't done an update since I did one on 15 weeks, so I am 19 weeks now. So I'll just try to cram this in as fast as possible. Don't want to bore you, but it has been very, very busy with the holidays and everything, and I have had a lot of ups and downs. Let's start with 15 weeks. After 15 weeks and a half-ish, I had pink spotting, which I haven't had in a couple months now. And I got really worried, but it was only, a few times that in like one night, and then it was gone. And so I didn't want to freak out. I didn't want to go to the emergency room. I didn't want to overdo it because I knew I had a doctor's appointment the following week on a Thursday. So I was like, I'll just have them the Thursday before Christmas, and I was like, I'll just have them, I'll beg them to do an ultrasound or something just to make sure. I know the week before at my 15-week ultrasound, the doctor wanted to measure my cervix because the ultrasound before, it was smaller than it was the one before that. Like it was 5 something and then it was 3 something, and she wanted to make sure it was still 3 something or more. And it was. So thank goodness for that. And so I went sorry, I'm not going to be all over the place, but I'm trying to think of everything. At 15 weeks, when I went to that ultrasound, it was not even a scheduled ultrasound. It was supposed to be the genetic counselor. And no, it's not 15 weeks. It's later than that. 16 weeks or 17 weeks? 17 weeks, I think it was. Anyways, sorry if I'm off. But regardless, I went to genetic counselor, and they said that based off of my the MT scan and the blood tests that go with it, I had a 1 in 10,000 chance of Down syndrome for the baby, and so that's a really good ratio. And I spoke with her about my previous loss, the pregnancy before, and there was a chromosome problem, but it was chromosome 22, which she said is just the egg and the sperm did not meet properly, and it's not something that is usually carried from one of the parents. And I've had my chromosomes tested because my insurance covered it right after that miscarriage, and mine came back normal. And I didn't know this, but she told me they also tested me for to be a carrier of cystic fibrosis, which I'm not, so thank goodness. Because I think you need the mother and the father both have to be carriers in order for the child to be affected. Or maybe, I don't know how it works, but I think for it to be detrimental, maybe? I don't know. All I know is I don't have it, thank goodness. And so she made it sound like the following week when I was doing my anatomy scan at 18 weeks, I don't have to worry about, don't stress. The only thing she was going to add to the blood tests the only thing she was going to add was, I think it is spina bifida test is what she was going to add. And I don't know if she was going to test for the methyl tetrahydrofolate enzyme deficiency, I think it is. I've never been tested for that one yet, but I don't know. Anyways, so I left there feeling pretty excited that I felt like our chances of having a healthy baby was pretty good. And so she did do a quick ultrasound. Baby looked good. They didn't do anything. They just basically let me see that it was a heartbeat and he was in there. And then on the 18th week ultrasound, the anatomy scan, I also had a perinatal specialist appointment, and I saw her first, and she told me that genetic counselor suggested that I got an amnio. And I was completely shocked, because I was I thought I left the week before all excited, right before Christmas. Everything was good. My chances of chromosome problem were low, and not to worry. So I was completely taken by surprise. And I've always thought, like, oh, I'd never do an amnio. I don't want to put my baby at risk. But she explained to me that the chromosomes that they tested on the blood test and the NT scan usually check for 13, 18, and 21, which is Down syndrome. And so the likelihood of one of those happening was low, but it doesn't check for chromosome 22, the one that I've had an issue with before. And it's very rare for, you know, the baby to make it past the first trimester with that, but it can happen, and if it does happen, the baby will die within the first year of life usually. So it's fatal. So she had me all scared, like, she's like, well, the only way you're gonna know is if you do an amnio. And I don't know, didn't know what to do, and I was scared, and she told me that my chance of miscarriage was only 1%, and I know any percent is still scary. But at that point, I was like, let's just do it and get it over with. Let's just do it. We'll do it and get it over with, because I know she's a specialist. She probably does hundreds, if not thousands of them a year, so she knows what she's doing. And I believe my friend, actually, who's old, she's over 35, who just had a child, I believe she's the same doctor who did her amnio, and she talked good things about her. So I was like, okay, I trust this woman. I'll have her do it. Let's do it. And so let me tell you, it was very painful. I was scared to death. I had put my hands underneath my legs and like keep them on the side of me so that she could do her thing, and my hands wouldn't react like from pain or something and get in the way. And so like I clenched my pants in the back of my legs, and they put the ultrasound wand on your stomach, and they watched the baby on the screen to make sure that they're not going to insert the needle anywhere near to the baby. They put all the lotion, they put, like, I believe it was iodine. It looked like iodine, some kind of antibacterial stuff all over my stomach. And then she took this really long, thin needle, and she basically just inserted it, you know, watched to make sure it didn't go near the baby. And it hurt. It hurt really bad because it was going through, you know, fat, muscle, the uterus, and right into the amniotic sac. And it was very painful. Not gonna lie, it was. But it did not last very long. The hardest part was when she had to take 2 vials, so when she was switching from the first vial to the second vial, because I was just like, the pressure and the pain from it, I just wanted her to take it out already. But then once she took it out, it wasn't bad at all. I was scared to like move, and for 2 to 3 days, you're not supposed to like do anything really. You know, you're not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds. Basically, if you're sitting, keep your feet up, just relax, and no intercourse. I think that's everything. So I was scared over this past weekend. It was the 3 days, and I was so afraid that I was going to do something that I was going to cause a miscarriage. But then I read online that if you're going to miscarry from it, it's most likely going to happen within the first 24 hours. And so, like, every day after I get 24 hours, I was like, okay, phew, let me take it easy still. And then 48 hours, oh, let me take it easy still, you know, and then so on. And I'm still trying to take it as easy as I can, but I'm not really feeling any more, like, slight cramps or anything like that from it anymore. So, and I listen to the baby on the Doppler every day, a couple times now, just to make sure he's okay. And the exciting thing is I have felt the baby move more, and it's more like, feels kind of like gas bubbles, but it's also like the fluttery, there's something moving in there, almost like a fish, but not quite. And my honey got to feel, we both got to feel the baby from the outside on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve day, for the first time, we got to feel like a little teeny, like kick or punch or something. We felt it from the outside, and he did it a couple times. And so that was exciting. And then the good news is today I received a phone call from my doctor's office, and they said that they did 2 vials. The first vial, they send it off, and they test for the most common type of chromosome problems, which are, again, the 13, the 18, and the 21, and they test those, and you get those back pretty fast. And those are the ones they called me back with today, and everything came back completely normal. So the baby does not have chromosome 13, 18, or 21, and he is definitely a boy, an XY, no extra X, no extra Y, just a normal XY. And so I was relieved about that. That's still not the chromosome problem that I've had last time, but I'll get that result in another week or two. And the lady said that they test for like 200 different chromosome problems on this next test. That's why it takes longer. So the likelihood of them finding something wrong, in my opinion, I'm thinking there's a high likelihood, but I'm thinking they're probably going to be something that's like webbed foot or something that's not life-threatening, or something that is livable and people will probably not notice. That's what I'm guessing. And then because I think they're checking, they're going to know about 22, which that's my main concern. So if anyone out there would like to pray for us, we'd really appreciate it. I've been praying like my little tush off to make sure this little guy's okay. And on another note, my honey and I decided to do something a couple weeks ago. We decided, we've been together almost 9 years now, and we've been engaged for 2 years exactly on New Year's Eve. This New Year's Eve that just passes exactly 2 years since we got engaged. And we've been putting off having a wedding because financially we can't afford it, and the stress and everything. He has really bad anxiety, so the stress of having a wedding was just like not going to happen. And we kept putting it off because he wanted me to be able to have a nice wedding, and we got to the point that, we're having a child, and I just wanted to be married before the baby gets here. And we agreed that it made more sense because if something happens, heaven forbid something happens to me or the baby, and I'm not able to talk, we want him to be able to make decisions because he knows my beliefs, he knows what I want, and my family, I believe, would have opposite feelings if they would think of what I want. And so that's going to be good. And then another thing that I looked up, that something about the baby is not going to be assumed that he is the father unless we're married. Once the baby is born, he'd have to sign like paperwork stating that he is the father in order to become the legal father. So now that's another thing that's taking. Oh, I didn't tell you. So, oops, surprise. So we decided to get married. We got married on New Year's Eve. And so I am a wife, and I have a husband now instead of fiance or boyfriend or whatever you want to call it. So we're an old married couple now, having a child, and I love the way that sounds. So I'm excited, yay! We decided to not tell anybody what we were doing. We did not invite family or anyone because his family lives out of state, and my brother's out of state, and we couldn't see hurting people by not giving them the opportunity to come, because we did this. We only planned it 3 weeks before we did it, between all the paperwork and stuff like that. And so we didn't want to leave anybody out. So we decided the best thing for us would be to not have anybody there. It was just me, him, and the person that married us. And it was very intimate, and I actually really liked it that way. We wrote our own vows. We got to cry to each other while we read them, and he did the sweetest thing. He, talked about the things that he's always wanted and moved to where he's always wanted, and, to get to marry and have a wife and to have a son, which he's lucky because, God's giving us a son. But he grabbed my belly when he did it, when he said my son. And it was the cutest thing, we're an instant little family. And we were both bawling while we were trying to read our vows. And that's not something I would want to do in front of a bunch of people. I think it was more special doing it just, us. and we had Dick Clark on TV and the countdown, and so I did my vows first. I don't know which order you're supposed to do it, but I did my vows first, and I started mine 2 minutes before midnight, and then he finished into midnight, like about 1 minute into midnight, and so I don't know, that was kind of neat. And I think that's everything. I just got back from buying some more gummy prenatals. I got the Target brand. It was cheaper than I think it's Vitafusion is the brand that I bought before, and these ones look just like them. They look just like them, and they were like $3-4 less for the same amount. So I'm gonna give those a try. And for Christmas, my mom got us a huge, like a big plastic bin of baby clothes. Lots and lots of baby clothes, so it was so exciting. Like a lot of little PJs with the zip up in the front, with the little feetsies that have the animals on it. Like one is frogs, one's lions, one's monkey. So he has a lot of little PJs, and he's the cutest little baby Gap swimsuit that is like plaid color, and his uncle actually has the exact same pair. So we'll have to take a picture when he's old enough to wear it and send it to his uncle. So for now, everything is good. I'm still nauseous, but not near. It's much more manageable. It's kind of like if I get hungry, or if right after I eat, I get a little nauseous. And I'm able to drink water now, which is awesome. I don't have to drink Gatorade anymore, all that extra sugar. Let's see, what else? I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm waking up in the middle of the night now, like 3-4 times in the middle of the night, and I'm tossing and turning, and my left hip, because I've been sleeping on my left side, feels like it's like dislocating every night. And I've tried like pillows, on my back, and pillows between my legs and stuff, and kind of those have been helping me versus nothing. What else? Cravings. I'm eating a lot of cottage cheese now. I bought low cottage cheese and organic bananas and put it in it, and that's been helping with protein because I don't eat a lot of meat. And I drink my Carnation Breakfast strawberry every morning for breakfast. And I have the little chewy granola bars I bought. I bought Cheez-Its because I'm a type of person that, I don't know, I can't just do all sugar and sweet stuff. I need like something salty once in a while. And I'm not a big chip person, but Cheez-Its is the closest to chips. And what else? I think that's everything. If I forget anything, I'll try to update next time, whatever I forget. But for now, we are good. Let me do a belly shot real quick. So we are, that's my pants, but we're getting there. I have my pants pulled up kind of high because they're big and baggy on me, but see with this shirt again. So we're getting there. Still not quite obvious, I don't think, to somebody that doesn't know me. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'm sorry if this is long. I think I'm using a new camera. It's not a new camera. It's like one of those ones that you're scared to use because you got used to your old camera, but I've had this for like a year now from a Christmas gift before, but I'm learning how to use it and stuff, so. Alright, well, I hope everybody had a nice holiday, and baby dust, sticky dust, and congrats to all the big fat positives I've been watching lately. I'm so excited. I love it when people get this positive, and I'm hoping and praying for everybody to have sticky, healthy babies too. So I love you, and I think that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.